Hey guys, Dave from the Hierarchy 4 Nerds by Nerds. Hang out with all these nerds and we're going to replay our annual Thanksgiving Eve 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Spelljammer game. It happens once a year.
Gobble, gobble.
That's it. If you guys would like to go around the table, introduce yourself and your character, and then we'll get this ball rolling.
My name is Mark. I'm playing a half-orc warlock. His name is Koba.
Hey everybody, I'm Nerdarchist Ted. I'll be playing Trock Firescale. He is a warlock dragonborn of the Undying Light patron.
I'm David. I'm playing Cade Highhill, who is a Ghostwise Halfling Monk.
Where'd you get that page from? Indeed. I'm Scott Garibay, and I am playing a dragonborn druid, guild artisan knitter, and his name is Skanebreaker Two-Stitch.
And I will be reprising the role of Captain Ace Zenith, Sky Knight of the Silver Flame, and I will be followed by my noble squires, Kif, Guy, and you.
Nice.
So, this evening, this game will be brought to you by Arc Knight as we use their flat mats to re-envision the Star Sprite, which is owned by the luckiest half-man alive, Edwin the Halfling.
Sir, not appearing in this feature.
But he will not be here tonight. He is off attending to other business within the city of Nexus. Ooh. But he has been kind enough to loan the Star Sprite under the captainship of A Zenith to Koba for his mission. Disclaimer, if you all die, it's Nate's fault.
What happened to the ship that I had?
It died.
It was a second ship.
That was a couple of years ago.
Well, you have it somewheres, or maybe you had it somewheres. Matter of fact, I'm going to say, in your quest to capture the vassal of Kazaroth, you actually sailed it back to the city of Zenith. I mean, to the city of Nexus.
I have a city named after me.
But you only barely made it in. You limped it in. It's in repairs. You probably would have taken your ship with you to on your mission, except for it's not going to make it in time with the repairs, and you need to leave really fast.
Okay, do I have some of my crew at least?
Yes. You can have some of the crew. Although the Star Sprite is already crewed, so you're only going to need. There's only so much room. But what you could do is leave them with repairs.
I'll leave most of my crew with repairs. I'm going to take a few, the burly ones. Would they be veteran or thug or what template?
They're probably thugs.
Yeah. That's how I roll.
So, the city of Nexus is floating through time and space. It is basically an ocean that floats through the void. At the center of this ocean is the city of Nexus. One of the reasons why the Star Sprite is so valuable in the city of Nexus, and it was a very highly sought after prize, is because of its ability to actually sail through the heavens and stars as well as the seas. All around surrounding Nexus are cascading waterfalls that fall off into the void, but the water never runs out. Most of the Spelljammer ships actually have to dock above Nexus, but the Sea Sprite actually stays docked in port in the water.
Because it's actually a seafaring vessel as well, right?
It is. Yeah, Edwin had won it in a poker game, and it has treated him very well ever since. Now, Koba has actually been off and away. Koba?
Koba Cabana.
Has been off and away doing his own thing. You guys have not seen him for years. And, he left a meeting with Edwin. And after that meeting, Edwin had summoned the crew and basically he said he was loaning the ship and his services to Koba to complete his mission.
Nice.
Telephone.
Banana phone.
And soon after that, 4 burly figures, cloaked in hooded robes. Even though the robes are voluminous, they did little to hide the massive physiques of these individuals.
Can we tell their race or not?
You get a little peek here and there, and you think human. You see no hair whatsoever. The forearms and hands that stick out are large and muscular. It gives the impression that they're all male, and
Well,
they're
that's a shame.
they're carrying what kind of looks like, if you're familiar with Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Covenant, the Ark itself, it looks like that, except for it's made out of onyx and jade.
Wow, on poles?
Oh yes, on poles.
Wow.
It requires all four of them to move it, and with some effort.
Wow.
Is it being moved towards the sea sprite, or is it
It's
just
being loaded onto the sea sprite. Yes, on the gang panel plank. And you're informed by Edwin that this is part of the mission. And you're actually the navigator, right?
Yes.
So you're brought in on the meeting, and they bring out the star charts to figure out where you're going and plot the course. And the coordinates are supplied by Korba, and you're like going, "There's nothing there." And he's telling you that the world of is where the world of Gali-Un once existed.
So we're going to the middle of nowhere because Korba thinks there's something there.
Koba.
This sounds like a dashing and brilliant journey.
No, actually, what he says is the thing that he tells you what was brought on the ship. It's the vassal of Kazaroth, which is a being of immense power from another dimension that needs that vassal in order to enter this world. He is escorting it and taking it to. Wants you guys to help him escort it and take it to a safe place to hide it away from them. From the servants of Kazaroth.
So that creature cannot be resurrected or
cannot
forward into this
cannot
world.
break through the barriers of dimensions.
I speak Abyssal and Infernal, remarkably enough. Does Kazaroth mean anything to me?
No, it does not.
Don't ask me to make a religion check, because it's not going to happen.
Real quick, I'm actually in cat form.
Okay.
So, and as soon as they come up onto the ship, I'll actually start, kind of going between, like, close to them and kind of darting in and out. They'll have to step around a bit.
The vassal has a bad smell to it.
Like death or different?
Off.
Okay.
Like
It makes your hackles rise a bit,
Okay.
It smells like the bug.
and your tail twitch in a bad way.
Grr.
Well, I thought I had something that I would be able to offer, but apparently I chose something else, so never mind.
How much are we?
Bring it to my quarters.
It's going to have to go on the hold.
Oh,
So,
really?
because of its size.
Yes, because of the sides.
The sides?
Size.
Yeah. How in player as player? How much are we getting paid? Has that been established?
What? You need to be paid to help me?
Think of the loins of the galaxy are up for grabs.
I'm
Let's
a cat.
grab
Go ahead,
grab
we're
the
good.
loins by the.
I was just prompting as a player to see if we get some coin, but
Yeah.
we're good.
I have so much gold I haven't even spent. Like,
I have 10.
I don't have all that much gold, but
I don't think I wrote it down from last session.
Edwin will pay you for your services.
Okay.
He feels this is an important enough task to commit the Star Sprite to.
But at this point, I am making sure that I am establishing myself as a cat to these people, and one of them I'll like do the regular cat thing where you're ignoring me, so I'm gonna be right on you all the time. So
you're gonna get up and
Yes.
shoulder check and
Right,
all that.
exactly.
Butt in the face, that kind of normal stuff.
Yeah.
So they bring the brothers bring it down to the hold, and you're following them around.
Yeah.
As soon as they find the adequate space to the hold and it's then secured, they basically all just sit cross-legged with their back to the vessel.
I'll like find a nice place in the corner and start licking myself.
And then ramrod straight. You can barely perceive their chest rise and fall at a steady rhythmic pace, almost like maybe they're meditating.
I did offered the help and all, but my aging back and all of that.
I don't need to help licking myself.
No. Just some random crewman that goes by about carrying the vessel, and I'm sure that you have that well covered.
Scott, that was awesome.
And none of the figures ever say a word, and they barely make any noise.
Am I on the ship yet?
Yes.
Okay.
You probably would have escorted the cargo.
I escort them down. I instruct the crew that no one is to go into the hold without my permission, and no one is certainly to go near them without my being there or express permission for your own safety.
So, is there any information that I can gather on this city or this place that used to be there?
Sure. What do you want to try and do?
Before we leave port, I want to ask around. I don't know, get access to a library.
Well, I mean, this is Nexus. This is the heart, basically, of the universe. Like all roads lead to Nexus is one of the sayings.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll go to the library and just straight up ask.
Okay. So yeah, you can go there. You can hire a sage, and as you start like delving into the information and what you do know, they kind of like keep referring you higher and higher up the hierarchy until it gets to the point where they do have someone you can talk to, but it's going to be very expensive.
How expensive?
He will give you a conference, and he will do the research for you, which he'll spend the day doing. $5,000.
I can assist you with my 10 gold that I have marked down.
I would like to hire 2 exotic and erotic companions for this voyage, as with tradition.
I don't have $5,000, so
50 gold.
50 gold. Paid and paid. Half up front. Last time I paid her up front, she swam away. So that was fool me once, harlot. Shame on me. Fool me twice, harlot. Shame on old Zenith.
Shame on who?
Old Eighth Zenith,
Zenith.
the man who has you covered from A to Z.
That's good.
I'm gonna go down in a hold.
Nice shirt.
You like that?
That is pretty cool.
Got it.
Thrift store.
There's a homeless guy wiping cars off with it.
That needs something with orange and red in it. I mean, yellow and red is what I meant to say.
Yes.
sorry, not everybody knows their colors.
Yeah, well, I'm colorblind.
What are you saying?
I'm trying to remember. I was gonna, as I'm down in a hole with those guys, I know he's the cat in the corner. So I say, anybody see my cat? And I go over to him, and I go, and I'm like talking to him lowly so no one else can hear us. And I say, I need your great help, my friend. This journey would be wrought with peril, and many will try to thwart it by destroying the vessel. And I just need your eyes to watch, make sure no one undoes me. Something to that effect.
Make your talking to cat roll.
He literally wants your eyes. Let him cut them out.
He can understand what I'm saying.
You'll just turn back to a normal human after he cuts him out, or whatever issue.
I might need a really good pair of glasses.
You okay, Scott?
Does shape change allow me to change to the NPCs? Like a noble, or a priest, or a scout?
I don't know.
What do you say, Game Master?
Not really. I think it
No,
would,
that's
because
cool.
they
There's
just
more
fall
than
under
enough
human.
stuff in here.
An
Yeah.
average version of that
Yes.
thing.
Yeah. No problem. That's good.
But I think it would allow you to turn into a specific person. Like,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I don't know if it would,
absolutely, yeah.
you know, but
That's
it might
cool.
just be cosmetic.
Bob from accounting.
Yeah.
There's still
Plenty
plenty of
from State
options.
Farm.
Why, you want to shape change into an archmage or
I'm
shape change?
determined what I'm going to change it to after I'm done being a cat.
Oh, are you talking about shape change, the
Yeah.
spell, or?
Yeah, it says any creature. So, like,
Okay.
so for instance, a noble is a medium humanoid.
Yeah, but you turn into a human.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's still plenty of other cool stuff. No problem.
You're just gonna have to settle for purple worms and dragons.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, Scott.
Indeed.
Why you gotta be such a railroading GM?
I know, right?
It's cool. We're good.
So, is there any other preparations any of you guys want to make before you leave?
Possibly.
I don't know, part of me is still thinking about making a new friend.
Do it.
Are you going to where I went to?
Probably not.
No. Because you can make plenty of friends if you have the coin.
I'm literally thinking about making a new friend.
Do it.
Making your own sex doll. Well, that's a good idea.
I don't actually know
You mean like an elemental?
if there is.
Shape change is
Not
bonkers.
Oh,
Oh my
It's
god.
a
Maybe
ninth
not
level
yet.
spell.
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
Ridiculous.
How much would you charge once
Wow.
you have commissioned such a thing?
That is
Your left arm.
That might not be far off.
And all of your toes.
But that does give me every beast. And everything else in here.
Yeah, for a ninth level spell cost.
So I can do the same thing, but pretty much to other people.
To yourself?
To other
Other people.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that's how you're gonna make a friend.
Yes.
So you're just gonna polymorph some random person and be like,
No. I'm gonna polymorph a rock.
That's
got a
a
rock.
good idea.
I can turn a rock into a person.
Don't do it to a person though. Not a person.
What am I turning into?
You're gonna polymorph a rock into a person.
An animal.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably thinking about. I just
Well, yeah. Don't turn him into a person. He'll be dumb as a rock. Because he would have been a rock.
well,
I
no,
don't know
they,
that you can
they,
get that, Mark.
Okay. What about well, if I could think. Pardon my French, forget it.
It's okay. It was more so
so
German.
I'm gonna grab some random piece of junk and
Okay.
turn it into some kind of strange and bizarre pet that I've heard of in my
A
travels.
pangolin. Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, just something random, or
Yeah, why not?
okay?
Like I don't know all the things that I've come across. I'm certain that there are strange
Well,
things.
describe it. You just made it. You got to turn it into something.
A walking statue of Athena. That's the surest way to get my. to swing
Well,
me.
I'm a dragonborn, so I'm probably thinking something along the scaly
line?
kind, lizard kind.
Pangolins have scale type things.
So some kind of space iguana then.
What are
lonely or
the dragon boob sort of situation on this thing?
It's a pet, not a sex creature.
Yeah,
Those things aren't mutually exclusive.
depends what part of the galaxy
No,
you're from.
this is coming from Ace Zenith, the one who has fun with his griffin.
Felicity. That's a guy.
I gift you an iguana.
Well, no, you're off doing your own thing. I make my own.
Okay.
Okay, so you make a space iguana.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want your handouts.
Yeah, I make sure that no one disturbs my concentration for an hour. So if somebody does some kind of greater restoration or greater dispel magic, they can turn it back into a rock.
Okay.
But other than that, it's good.
But someone bumps your elbow while you're concentrating.
Hire somebody to bang on his door.
So what are the two that you hired?
Well, we wanted to go above and a below. So it's Azamar and Tiefling.
Okay.
And there's Helava and and Angelina.
Okay.
But their names are not
Reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So with that, the Star Sprite sets out.
Mr. Christian, weigh anchor.
So, as is the custom for the Star Sprite, it begins its voyage across the ocean until it basically gets to the edge of
Nothingness.
the territory of Nexus, where the waterfalls begin and the water rushes. It's kind of a maneuver that the Star Sprite has perfected, where it actually uses the current to like slingshot it out into the void. And just as the keel of the ship clears the water and it begins to plummet, the sails all pop and furl out, and the Star Sprite catches the solar winds and begins to sail.
I peer out majestically with like the elbow extended, and thus begins the voyage of the Star Sprite on its noble journey throughout the void. We are the oblong object thrusting toward the void. That is us, boys. That is us.
Do you have to say this every time?
Yes, it could bode ill if we don't. You know, sailors are a very superstitious lot.
It's true.
And as is typical, usually the crew is working furious in the background to make sure that everything is just right and the ship sets out. And usually, you know, a couple of the orders get countermanded by the crew from the captain in order to make sure the ship does not wreck.
There's not a lot of wisdom in this party that I'm aware of. I mean, over there is okay, but
I got 20 of it.
You don't have a very
Hard to port, hard to aloof. Aloof, I say.
So with that, the Star Sprite sets out, sailing through the void into the nothingness, and days go into weeks, and weeks into months, as you head out on your voyage.
And to show the passage of time, A Zenith grows a bit of facial hair.
With,
Who?
A Zenith? You've heard of me.
he's looking for the name. What?
You've heard
Is that the Griffin's name? You know, as the ship sails further and further from known space, the crew becomes uneasy. You guys are heading into a place that the Star Sprite has never visited before. You're also judging by the coordinates and your navigation and the star maps. You don't think many have ever been this way, or it's been a very long time.
So I'm trying my best to not only make sure we're staying on course, but take any kind of notes, because if there's not many people that have come out this way, I want to verify that the information is actually accurate, and be able to say, okay, well, if you do, this is what you're going to actually encounter.
Okay, give me a navigation check.
While he's doing that, I'm monologuing to everyone within earshot, and I have inspiring leader. So essentially, I spend at least 10 minutes doing that, and everybody will get 22 temporary hit points.
It's good, and it comes at a time in a timely fashion, because the crew's morale is beginning to wane, and there's dark mutterings amongst them.
Do you want this with intelligence or wisdom?
Navigation, intelligence.
19.
The only thing is, I insist you use a much larger die.
By the way, so my goal is to just camp with those guys. Mm-hmm. I can go up to half my holy cows. I can go up to half my level, which is 8 hours. So at hour 7, I'll take a break, go out of the room in cat form, go get something to eat, and then go back. But I'm camping with these guys, and my purpose is to hear anything they would say, because they might think that they're not being heard.
Okay. They never utter a word.
Wow. I'm going to stay with them, and at that point, once I realize they're not saying anything, I'm going to begin to observe them to see if there's.
One of the things you do notice, though, is they eat, but sparingly.
Does that seem unnatural because they seem really large?
It does seem like they take in far less sustenance than you would think, and they seem to undertake some kind of like ritual before every meal.
Okay.
It's the ritual of lots of food in little packages.
Player question. Can anybody do detect alignment on them?
You could do your shape change and then choose one of them to see what they actually are.
I guess at some point I could have done a channel divinity to just see if there's any beings that are of outsider origin. See, so I could do my my divine sense to check for undead, fiends, celestials. Well, so obviously, Helva and Angelina will register a little bit, but beyond them,
You find out there are frauds, they're fake horns.
oh, it's just prosthesis. Fooled again.
If any of you actually talk to me, like
Fooled by Harlot 3 times
suspect
over. Sorry.
about them, we've been hired by Edwin, who's been a loyal crew member and friend for years. Why in any way, shape, or form would we not trust him?
Meryl?
So that's what I'll put out there.
No problem. All right, we're good.
I will still do my my divine sense, and hopefully I'm not burned. By that. 'Cause that would be a third time over.
Only the Azamar and the Tiefling, Angelina and Helva show up.
Hell of a good time.
Hell of a good time. That's her. That is her surname. In fact.
Good time.
So I will remain committed. I'm going to stay with them, and I will just observe them. So
just
let me
lick
know
them.
if I find anything else out.
Lick them right on the head.
So at some point you do observe them lowering their cows, and basically you can see like poking out through their neck because the cows are actually down. Tattoos.
Interesting.
There's definitely some kind of scroll work.
Does it look like a script I can read? Like, is it Elvish or Dwarvish?
No, you're a fucking cat. No.
It's not written in cat. Sorry.
Felinoid.
If it has a language, I can read it.
Cantonese.
Yeah, does it look like any language I've ever seen?
Never mind.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Wrong thing.
All right. Yeah. I'll just stay with them then. And I will, just kind of try to keep as many mental notes about the tattoos as possible. So and if it comes to that point, I can stay. I'm going to stay with them for 7.5 hours. Then I'm going to go out, just walk out as a cat. Then I'm going to do a kind of a refreshing. I'll take I'll just get a meal.
I mean, they do the normal stuff, like there's a chamber pot down there and stuff like that. And when they revealed the hood, you see they are completely hairless.
Wow.
You've never seen them shave. And if you really inspect them, when they do their stuff, you can see they're completely hairless.
Wow.
But you would know that I have possess the ability to read all writing. So
Are they human?
if there's actually a language and you share it with me, I can.
Oh, they appear to be human, correct?
Yes, they very much appear human.
By the way, when I take my break, I will tell them everything that I've discovered. I'll tell the crew. I'll tell our party everything I've discovered.
Really, you brushed up against their leg while they were defecating. That's rather odd.
This is the level of sacrifice I will go to, Ace Zenith.
Well, I mean, that's commendable. Even Kif, Guy, and you won't be in the room, I'll say. Void, as they say.
That's quite a commitment to your part.
I must confess, staying in a form other than this dragonoid form is actually quite enjoyable. I do not mind being a cat. Or any other beast, for that matter.
But it's amusing. Why do you feel the what compels you to be so suspect?
Why on earth would we not be suspect? 4 large human beings carried forth a creature that is a cosmic sacrifice for a larger, more dangerous creature. what part of any of that conveys safety to you.
That seems like a standard routine delivery to me. I mean, we've done many of daring do a deed. This is just par for the course for A Zenith. You've traveled with me before, my friend. You know the tariff we must pay of danger and risking of our very souls.
This is
And
true.
you're with me after all, so.
Indeed.
Okay.
I just feel it is good to keep a close eye. Do you feel that we are betraying their trust for having come upon the ship? Perhaps there's...
Well, no, I mean,
Okay.
we're being tasked with a mission
Yes.
of great import, and it just I feel that you find that the guardians of said cask are suspect when we have been essentially commissioned by our loyal friend and compatriot. I feel no reason. I mean,
Who's involved in this audience?
Oh, let's say that everybody's here. You know, I'll
Okay.
get them while we're all eating biscuits. And,
But perhaps, I mean,
The good bread.
maybe
Yeah,
Skeen
the good
has some wisdom about this, because there could be some taint about them. Taint.
Also, I must say, at first I was a little alarmed by their after he said, laughs at his own joke of taint, I will say, at first I was alarmed by their silence, but I've grown to appreciate their silence. Kind of give a sideways glance to Ace.
So
Silence never suited me very
you
well.
can keep it under your hat. You can supply it if you like. It's completely up to you, Koba. But they're monks of the Gratzel Brotherhood, and they belong to a monastery that is known for hoarding and keeping of knowledge and information, and they're also known for taking long vows of silence, as well as other vows as well,
We should totally see if we can get them to break that.
like fasting and
slowing.
That's a good one.
Well, to alleviate some of your
Concern.
yeah, they are monks. They have taken a vow of silence in order so you will not hear them speak. And they also take a vow of, which is one I find really silly, they don't eat much.
Oh,
Like,
my.
they will eat the bare minimum to stay alive.
That's interesting. They do not seem like men who have missed many meals. That's odd. They look larger than their sustenance would
We call them fat.
suggest. No, they're really they're swole, right? Am I right? Yeah.
Swole indeed,
Yeah.
I would think that they would.
Are you trying to body shame them?
Well, perhaps.
Oh,
body
friend
type?
Skeen, that is unnoble of you, ignoble even.
um.
But I cannot understand their chastity of things.
What knowledge do you have?
I will tell you that I have Arcana. So, and then I also have
What about your knowledge of soulosity?
I have Arcana, Animal Handling, and I have 2 more. I also have Insight and Persuasion. So I guess I have none.
Does
no
AZF
knowledge.
have any knowledges?
I have the knowledge of self.
Okay.
I got some.
What do you got?
Survival, athletics, animal handling, and acrobatics.
I have intimidation
So I can
and
do
persuasion.
backflips. Oh yeah.
Just nature.
Okay.
Did I mention I can do some backflips?
You might have said something about that.
Well, I can.
I'm really good at being persuasive.
So another week goes by with no further. With basically everything has stayed the same. The crew is getting restless. They've kind of had enough of this deep spell jam. You guys, there's been a couple instances where there's things that you've avoided, whether it's been natural occurrences, phenomena, or
So I'm going to
Bless you.
try my best at getting the crew back in better spirits with my magic,
okay.
and I've got a variety of different spells trying to trying to do things in a way that's not going to actually, harm anyone. But between my magics and the magics in my staff, I can do quite a bit of different things.
I'm gonna play my little lyre guitar thing, and then that'll help morale as well.
Okay.
So,
You're gonna rock out for them?
No, just slightly.
so
And I
I'm
tell
not.
them if they don't do their jobs, they will walk the plank.
I'm not a.
Carrot and stick.
I'm not.
Carrot and stick.
I'm not trained in performance, but I have a very good charisma.
Okay.
So I don't know whether you will allow me to make a persuasion check, or whether you just want performance, or whether you wanna
Well, if you
not-
make a DC 10 check, you could assist the halfling performing if you like.
Yes,
What did you roll?
the 19 on the die, 24.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you would like to try and increase the spirits of the crew, you may roll with advantage.
Okay.
So it's going to be 6 plus your charisma modifier.
Okay. That's not good.
My check's better.
Might get there. Might get her added up.
That's a 10.
He assisted me.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 1 and a 3.
You rolled a 1.
Reroll the 1.
You get to reroll the 1. You're
I
halfling.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Amazing.
A 6, even better. So a 13.
Okay, so
He assisted me.
they feel slightly better.
Yeah, they do. Never said I was good at it, but I got one. So I can play.
Is there anyone among the crew who seems to be like that complainer guy who drags everybody down?
Of course, there's there's always one.
Well, it's not the cat. He's a cat.
So it's during one of these performances that a cry goes up from the crow's nest, from the lookout.
He stubbed his toe. He's crying now.
What is said?
He yells, "A vessel's coming out of the void from the port side."
Port side. So I'll go check.
So with that, everyone kind of looks, and you can see it closing in from the distance. It's clearly another ship because you can see the sails and rigging and everything coming off of it. Except for it's actually shaped. It's shaped like a giant octopus or kraken.
So is it coming from the direction we're heading, or is it catching up?
It seems to be catching up. It's angling in.
That doesn't look
Felicity, take the wing.
So if I,
It already has 2.
based off of star charts and whatnot. First off, how close is it? How quickly is it coming in? How much time do we have?
So it's got like a half a day off and closing.
All right. So that's some time. So if I pull out some of my star charts, could I make an educated guess of where it might have come from, or is there just too many things out there?
Well, there's not much out here at all, which actually makes it harder. So the vastness of space surrounds you.
Okay. All right.
And it seems to be heading for you, so either I don't know if you told them that you have people that might be after you or not.
yeah.
I mean, because I know it was a discussion that you had with Edwin.
Well, I mean,
But here's the thing. You're way too far out for pirates.
I have the crew man and inspect their battle stations. I make sure the crew working the catapults and ballistae are confident that their stations are prepped and ready for battle.
I go over in a 10-minute diatribe of essentially the many battles I've had with many armed sea horrors and also many armed sea horrors that I've bedded. So between those two things, I think I have you covered. And so everybody, the party, Felicity, and one of my lackeys will get the 22 temporary hit points as I elucidate that for them.
Okay.
So actually,
You got the part where they're like a half a day off, right?
As they close, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's saying when they.
Within 10 minutes of being near us.
so I've spent a few weeks with these guys now, right? You said, or yeah. So believe it or not,
It's probably like a couple months now.
yeah, it's actually flipped, and at this point, I've really grown to trust them. You know, what I mean, because I've seen that they've never broken and go, we're totally gonna, raise the guy. So I have grown to trust them. I will look out the port window and I will meow to warn them. To warn
So-
them. Also, is this port? Is there a latch on that port window?
I'll say there is.
Okay. So one, I will meow to them, and then if they go to open the port latch to open it up to see better, that would be ideal. And then and I'm ready. I'm ready because I've heard all the things that are starting to happen.
Okay.
So,
But we'll deal with this first. So you do that. One of them does get up from his meditative sitting
Sure.
position and silently pads over to the. They don't wear shoes either, which you've discovered by when they do get up by walking between their legs.
Yeah, I'm a druid. I probably don't have an issue with that smell, but that's okay.
So he does look and kind of at the portal and cocks his head, and then. Since you meowed at him and they've kind of grown accustomed to your presence, he kind of looks at you and then looks back at the thing.
And I just look, cat-like, pensive.
so
And I'm ready. At this point, I'm waiting to see what's happening. I'm going to stay with these guys. I'm going to try to listen as much, and if any kind of combat breaks out, I'm probably going to jump right out.
So we have time to dialogue here. So I'm gonna put this out there. If we're too far from anywhere that these could be pirates, they could have literally come from anywhere. Do we call it the verse or anything along those lines?
Why are people after me?
Sure.
They want cask?
They want your cargo.
Oh, okay.
So
You stole it away from the followers of Kazaroth.
is it a safe assumption that these are bad guys?
Oh, yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
saying that to
Oh,
us?
absolutely.
There have been many people who've tracked me over many leagues to just bask in my presence. So,
I would
they
say
could be very well that.
Yeah, we don't have any clue that these are the Kazaroth guys or that these are clearly pirates yet, do we?
No, not yet.
They could be admirers, hangers on even.
I'd say more likely than not, they're followers of Kazaroth.
So as throughout the day as they close, you can see the little figures crawling all over the ship, and spy glasses are brought out, and you can clearly see that some call them Skrull, but most commonly they're referred to as space orcs.
Oh, bet. I have an action as soon as I can make one.
What do we have any weapons on the ship?
Yes, catapult and ballista.
And what is the range on those things?
300. Ballista is 120 over 480. And catapult is 200 over 800.
Alright, so whoever's got the best eyes, I say we spyglass in their direction and try to see what kind of weapon stuff they have on their ship to know what we.
Let's angrily look it back at them.
You do notice there is two of the tentacles from the Kraken that are actually pulled back over top of the ship, and you can see large stones loaded in them,
Ooh, wow.
cradled in them.
And they have like a living ship, right? Is that right? The tentacle.
It's shaped like a Kraken.
Yeah.
At this point.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, do I have an action at this point?
You do.
All right. I am going to look back at one of the monks and just in cat form, I'm going to wink at him. Then I'm going to tumble out of the window and just fall about 4 or 5 feet. Transform, shape change into a silver dragon, and come back up. And, and just look at them and then fly toward the the approaching ship.
I would not recommend you soloing it.
Silver Dragon, dude. I got more hit points than all of you.
Hey, it's the Silver Dragon, buddy.
And
So
then once they beat the Silver Dragon, you'll be back to a person again.
I got legendary actions, man.
You do you.
So you tumble out the window. You actually have to go back into human form or dragonborn form, and begin casting the spell. And then off the port side, you hear a tremendous roar as a silver dragon.
Wait. As it's happening, though, I'm like, look, it's a cat. No, it's a dragonborn. No, it's a silver dragon.
Unfurl its wings and roar and streak off in the direction of.
So how far away is this ship? Please
Yep.
tell me it's.
He's gone streaking.
Please tell me it's getting close.
It's a couple thousand feet away.
We all just facepalm, not again.
Hurry up, man. Join on in.
Yes, because we can all fly.
Some of you can.
I actually
He can turn you into one of me.
Do you want to be
Yeah,
a
who
dragon?
said I would be alone, right?
Do you want to be a dragon?
That would be pretty cool.
All right, choose which one, dude. How far,
Can
how
I
high
be-
up, how many
does
levels?
this thing-
Your level or less?
Anything that's a challenge 17.
All right,
I can't fly. Damn.
yeah, Dragon Turtle can't fly. You can do,
Gamera.
here's the good stuff. I'll get you, so,
You're going to look at any of the adult dragons.
adult gold.
Adult gold or adult red is going to be your strongest.
Let's go with the adult gold then.
Yeah, perfect. All right.
Perfect.
Anybody not using their monster manual? I could use it. Thank you. All right. All right. So we got two dragons now on our way.
Okay.
256 HP. That's funny.
Amateur
So-
341. No, I'm sorry. I'm 243. You're right.
Ha, I had more.
See, I had all kinds of area effect spells that I was planning on layering on that ship, but with the dragons in the way.
Yeah, you might be able to skate around.
Ice Storm and Circle of
All of
Death.
the attacks. Look at this.
Exactly.
Ice Storm I can hit 300 feet away.
Well, do you guys have heavy weapons on the ship?
So I'm not going to be using them. That's for the crew.
Well, no reason not to. While you guys are closing this.
So as you close on it, there's those trebuchet. They're basically equivalent to trebuchets. Is that how you say that?
Trebuchet, yeah.
Yeah. The arm rocks forward. One of them coming at you, Scott.
All right.
Ooh. Critical fumble is going to miss. Overshoot you by a lot.
Wow,
Rock
nice.
comes streaking by. And what did you change into?
An adult gold dragon.
Goldie Hawn.
Gold and silver?
Yeah,
Is
gold-
it their CR-17s?
Yes, they are both.
what does that
Mine is
mean?
16. His is 17.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and one of the rocks comes
AC
flying in
19.
your direction. So, AC what?
AC 19.
Okay.
We have the AC of the creature, right? Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
One of those rocks slams you right in your chest.
Which one of us?
Yeah, the one flew wide of you. And actually, let's see. The one that flew wide
Whoa.
is going to hit the broadside of a barn and streaks into the deck.
Ooh. The deck of their ship?
Yes.
Wow.
That's how far away is that shit?
Really far.
It was a couple thousand, but
It's a
once they closed to around 1,000, they launched.
Well, we don't have anything that can reach near that far.
Didn't you say something was 800 though?
Yeah, that's not 1,000.
Don't worry, we haven't had our attack yet.
I'm starting to see that we did a little bit of Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins. I would like to claim a Leroy Jenkins on this.
Yeah.
It was squared though, because there's two of us.
Yeah.
Jumps in the middle of the entire enemy.
So you take 35 points of damage.
Wow. Wow, yeah.
that's a
Sure.
Don't you have hundreds of hit points?
Yeah, he does.
No, I have multiple hundreds.
That's what hundreds mean.
Not anymore.
256. He's higher than me.
Well, yeah, he's a full
35?
challenge better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, don't lose your concentration.
On what? Your little rock friend?
No, on you.
That could be bad. Which, you know...
Not.
Well, you
nothing
can't
like
shape
that could
change. Is
happen.
that a concentration as well?
It is. Shape change is concentration, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Well, you got messed up.
Yeah, concentration up to 1 hour.
So, what's going on the ship? That rock hits the center, rolls up to the mast. Fortunately, it's been pretty much spent by that time. Leaves a huge gouge in its wake. It took off part of the side rail. You know, the damage is kind of minimum, but as it hits the main mast, the rock splits, and underneath of it, you see a shimmering pearlescent shell.
Oh boy.
Curse you! You flung sentient life onto our vessel.
And it looks like a giant snail shell.
Wow.
And he's looking through his minis again.
And then it all of a sudden flares with a bright light, and not everybody that's on the ship can make a saving throw.
Is it versus magic?
Yeah, tell me it's magic.
I was like, nope, not anymore.
No, it doesn't say magic.
It's not a magical spell-like effect.
Hey, can't you follow us on your griffin?
Well, I am going to man off the griffin, but I was not going on a suicidal. I have an 8 intelligence and wisdom,
It actually doesn't
but
make
I'm
sense
not
to
a
say
moron.
anything about magic.
All right, that's fine.
So what do we...
Wisdom.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, snap.
Oh, that's my best.
Dang, yours looks cooler.
It does.
20.
You can
have
stand.
it.
I
You're fine,
just
you're
lay on the
fine.
ground.
14.
You guys aren't on the ship.
Yeah.
So you don't
And
worry
let
about it.
me. Felicity is not going to be far off, so let me make hers. Or his actually. Oh, I need to look up. I think Felicity has a 10.
And let's see. I'm gonna say 10 of the crew are kind of nearby.
There we go. How's that work?
Wow.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome.
Sword.
Rolled over by your feet.
So
Do you see it?
3 of them are fine.
I see it.
What's the DC?
15.
Okay, so yep, both me and Felicity fail.
Okay, so you guys are stunned.
Wow.
The people who failed.
The people that failed, yes.
Oh, I have advantage on saving throws to avoid becoming stunned or paralyzed. So let me exercise that right. That's gonna pass. Never mind.
Yep, you're fine. You actually spend a millisecond basking in the brilliance of the light.
Yeah, thinking I'm stunned, but actually not so much.
Wait.
So, what's the speed on you guys?
All right. Speed is 40 feet. Fly 80.
Yeah, you go
Yeah.
by and fly 80.
Yeah.
So, you guys are free. Let's get initiative order.
All right.
I don't know what I'm adding to this, but I'm rolling something. That's a 15.
The tip of the pen.
What?
Look at the tip of the pink pen.
Oh, buddy.
21.
I'm rocking out the 5.
Ooh. That's more than 4. You're good.
I have this
This
many.
proficiency plus this die roll, right?
No, not unless you're Bard.
Dex mod.
That's what. Yeah, that's even worse.
So, Laser Monk is up first. So, are you guys holding your initiative to work together, or are you going to race out fast? And
I have a question.
what?
Am I allowed to use my laser monk abilities while I'm a dragon?
Shape change will allow that.
It depends on what they are, right?
If you have
There
the
you go.
ability to use it, yes.
Your game
You're a dragon.
statistics
You have the
are...
ability to talk. You have full.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You also
can
retain
Dragon
your
Monk.
skills
love
and your
being a
saving throw provisions in addition to gaining those creatures.
So you can Dragon Monk.
So would that mean that the dragon's wisdom modifier is added to its armor class, or his wisdom modifiers added to the dragon's
You're
armor
not
class?
allowed to use the legendary
No,
actions.
because of the way
Well, legendary.
it's either or.
Okay.
It doesn't supersede how unarmored defense works.
Oh, and it does say you retain features from your class, race, and other sources, and can use them, provided that your new form is physically capable of doing
So
so.
here's
Your
the thing:
dragon absolutely is.
you, as a monk, you're faster than him.
Oh yeah, I think I have pluses and stuff.
Do you hold your speed to the 80 so you stay with him, or do you rush out alone?
I'm gonna fly a little bit ahead of him just to let him know I'm better than him, but I'm gonna stay near him. I gotta assert my dominance.
Nice.
Okay. So you guys on the ship, what are you doing?
Well, apparently this huge spider showed up, so we need to bring the spider down.
It's not a spider.
It's a snail.
It's a snail.
It's a giant snail shell right now.
But is there anything
It's
in
closed.
it?
In the head.
Is there a way to push it off the ship? Get it off the ship?
How heavy is it?
Bless you.
It is ginormous. It's very large.
Have the 4 dudes push it off.
I have a 29 strength.
I mean, yeah, you can move it. You can absolutely go up and try and push
Hold
it
on,
off.
hold on.
Also, when we do reach 120 feet, all of them will be affected by 2 frightful presences.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, but I didn't
Okay.
get 120 feet yet.
And what are you doing, Dad?
I'm looking to see how much I can move.
I also have another-
Does it weigh more than 1,000 pounds?
You don't think so?
Okay. Well, then, if it's my initiative, I'm gonna telekinesis the thing off the ship.
That's pretty
Okay.
cool. Oh, wow. Wreathed in a luminous aura.
It's my sunshine.
That's pretty awesome.
Got that one 17.
Okay, so you make a spell attack to do that?
I use telekinesis.
Right, so you still have to direct the spell,
I
right?
think it's like a strength saving throw or will. It might be a will.
You try to move an object that weighs up to 1,000 pounds. If the object isn't being worn or carried, you automatically move it up to 30 feet in any direction, but not beyond the range of the spell, which is 60. But I mean,
If it's a creature, how does it affect?
If it's a creature, you try to
Hypothetically.
move a huge or smaller creature. Make an ability check with your spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength. If you win the contest, you move the creature up to 30 feet in any direction.
Okay.
Is it smaller than? Is it huge or smaller?
Huge or smaller.
So, yes, so make an ability check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Yes.
So I'm adding my charisma and my proficiency, or just my charisma?
It says ability check, right?
Yeah.
Then it would just be your ability.
All right, so that's 20.
Okay, so, alright. So
pretty good.
you grab it and you fling it off the ship.
Bye bye.
So I don't know what happens in space with it going 30 feet that way, but
You've been voted off the ship. It goes off.
It is off the ship.
Okay. I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
When it reaches its, like, where it seems
30
like it
feet?
stopped, yeah. I'm going
Okay.
to Eldritch Blast it.
So make your attack rolls with disadvantage.
So I have to re-roll these again. So, can somebody remember these numbers? 19, 17, 12, and 20.
Well, you have to roll them
all
corresponding
right. So
to each.
what are you rolling with the 19?
Yeah. So roll them one at a time, otherwise it's... Or I'll pick.
The 20.
All right. So yeah, the 19 for that one. 17 and a
4.
4. 12 and a
12.
so 12, 12, 20 and a
5.
5. So you have a 19, a 4, a 12, and a 5.
So the lowest will be a 16.
Okay, so the 16 misses.
And
So next up, that would be with 17.
that would be a 28.
That will hit.
So then the rest of them.
Okay, so they
That's
all
three
hit.
hits.
So It says die 10 for each one.
Die 10 plus my wisdom.
All right, so
Yeah, charisma.
off that first shot, it hits the shell, and which then the shell kind of erupts with a concussive force, and it actually rocks the ship just a little bit. So roll your damage for the other ones.
So wait a minute. I only hit 3 times, right?
Yeah.
The first time that it didn't hurt it,
Oh, okay.
it apparently sent concussive force back at us.
Fucking me. Fuck. Let's see. It's gonna be 7, and a 14. Yeah. 7, and 14, I believe. That's what it is.
That's 28.
Okay. So pieces of shell crack and go flying as it spins off into the void. All right. So what are you guys doing in the next round? There's going to be a couple rounds as the ships are kind of like, I don't know if you guys are still moving away, you're moving towards.
Well,
How long is that stunned condition going to last on my mount?
Your mount is not stunned anymore.
Oh, sweet. All right.
all right. So I can start doing stuff when we hit 300. When it's 300 feet between us. I don't know. I'm not in charge of the ship, so clearly they went to engage. So we should be moving to intercept or moving to close the distance, or
How far are we from?
One of the crewmen what are your orders, Captain? The first mate.
Man, your battle station.
Well, so here's the question.
How far are we from?
It's apparently able to outpace us, right?
They're gaining.
Men, ready yourself to touch them in the naughty bits.
so how far from our destination are we?
You're several weeks.
All right, so we still have a long way to go. So we need to deal with these guys.
Fire the cannons, all the cannons when they're within range, I guess.
All right, so you guys move another 720 feet, and that's when the trebuchets are reloaded. They've been reloaded again, and they fire again.
Oh boy.
Dodge. I use my dodge move.
I am mounting up. I've also spent this time mounting up on
You are you using your dodge move?
I don't have a dodge move.
You're a monk. You can spend the Kai point that dodge as a bonus action.
No,
if you
I
choose.
was just saying it as a
You can also spend your action to use the dodge action.
You can do it. Go
We
ahead.
should probably catch them if they don't already hit us, so it
You
doesn't
mean
hit the
catch the
ship.
rocks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Instead
Well,
of
I just assumed they were flying.
Instead
using
of
it.
double dashing, you could use your action to dodge, so that it has disadvantage to hit you.
Does that? But that takes my action on my next turn, right?
It means you move slower.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll take the damage.
Yeah, and you could spend a Kai point as a bonus action if you chose.
Not gonna.
Okay.
You should do it. You
How,
can,
how,
Yeah,
what's
for
the
a
range
monkey,
on
it's
your?
it makes a lot of sense to do it.
There's no disadvantage for you.
There's-
Totally.
Fine, I'll do it.
There's no downside.
You have like 17 Kai points, right?
Yeah, I do.
It's,
Yeah.
you got a few.
All right. So I think does he have to roll for the?
No, it
dodge?
doesn't do anything. So,
Nice.
all right. So the one comes at you. Does a 20? Does that hit you? I think it does. Right, barely.
The 19.
Yeah. You're right.
All right.